What's up, everybody? Cartess here. Half the stuff I'm going to talk about tonight or in this video, I'm quite frankly surprised and shocked that I actually have to talk about it. You know, sometimes we move to another place to kind of get a fresh start, a reset, and sometimes things don't always go as planned. You know what I mean? You get yourself into some situations, mostly with people, whereby if you just kind of kept to yourself, half the drama and problems you deal with wouldn't deal with. So I'm gonna talk about that, but before I get into all of that, make sure you subscribe to this video if you haven't already. Hit the like button, hit the share button, share with everybody. Get the word out about moving abroad to really thrive, to do the things you want in life without the stresses of finances and whatnot. So real quick, I want to address, I kind of left some things out in the last video. I'm still working on my immigration status. Not immigration status, but my visa status, for lack of a better word. Hopefully by the end of this week, Friday, in about 6 days, I'll have that resolved. And once I have that resolved, I'll make a follow-up video explaining what I did and the route we took. So stay tuned for that. Also, another thing, my Facebook page has been shut down. I just want to clear up a few rumors. This is kind of some of the nonsense I'm talking about. So apparently, I guess, I don't know, Facebook, they have these robots that scan the network, and I guess they look for certain phrases or keywords and stuff like that. So anyhow, the automated software ended up flagging my account. Said it was promoting the exploitation of children and promoting sex trafficking, encouraging the trafficking of children across a variety of multiple countries. I don't even know how they come up with that. So some of the rumors, of course, are saying that somebody flagged me and reported me or reported my content. None of that's true. Completely automated. I was able to get a little bit of feedback from Facebook, basically saying that a live human being had not yet reviewed the content or the posts that were in question. They claimed it was all explicit stuff on the page, on my personal profile page. Again, I don't know. There's nothing there. The same content that's on my Facebook is also on the YouTube. So anyhow, they said hopefully once they review it, if everything pans out, then they'll reinstate the account. But they also said in the same breath, they have a shortage of staff, and due to COVID and due to that shortage, it's a high possibility that they won't be able to review the account with a human within 30 days. And if they don't review it within 30 days, then at that point it's permanently just going to be disabled. So I don't know how that's going to go. This is one of the reasons why I always teach. Move your folks off of these platforms and move them to your website. Get these people on the email list. Get them somewhere else, because these social media companies, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, they have the power to shut you down and censor you for whatever reason they like, without any arbitration, without any means for you to appeal the process. I mean, these guys are saying you can appeal it, which I did, but it's possible we won't get back to you in 30 days. I mean, what's the point? so they can just shut you down, shut your business down, and all of that. Ironically, my Facebook page is still up. However, with the Facebook business page, I can't access it because it's linked to my personal account. You need a personal account to get to it. So I can't even get to that. So don't like that page as of yet. I can't do anything about it. If you got questions, email me. support@moveabroadandthrive.com or email cartess@cartessross.com. So it's an inconvenience. I don't want y'all thinking I blocked you. I didn't. A lot of folks have sent me messages offline, thought I blocked them. I didn't block you. My account is totally shut down. All my content is gone, and all the stuff that I posted and stuff that you shared has been disabled. So I didn't block you. The account is disabled. So my plan, I do plan, all this stuff work in your favor, work for your good. I plan to create my own damn social media platform for folks, a community of people that are looking to move abroad and thrive or live abroad. It'll work similar to Facebook. You have your own profiles, you create your own group, share your pictures and videos of your travels, etc., etc. So I'm essentially going to build a community like that. So wouldn't have thought of it if it wasn't for this happening. So things happen, I move, I adapt, I adjust, I pivot. But it sucks. So if I was having many conversations with many of y'all, giving you quotes, working out plans for when you all made the travel here, made your visit here. I'm unable to access any of that, so please email me so we can resume conversation if you've been in contact. CartessRoss.com. So a lot of nonsense this week and the last week has just been, oh my God, just been horrible. It's just a bad week. I'm grateful this week is over. The new week is starting, and I'm intending for a much better week. So apparently, I just want to clear this up. There are people posting in various groups, expat groups, complaining about my prices, my quotes that they've gotten from me, my costs, my fees, etc., etc. Listen, and the insinuation on some of these posts are because my fees are high, that somehow they're being scammed or ripped off. I've mentioned in several videos previously that my prices are my prices. They're the fees that I'm charging to get my butt out of my chair, off my sofa, and go deal with you and whatever problems or drama that comes along with that. And the reason I say that is because this is not as simple as going out and finding you a house. A lot of folk that are moving here, and I mentioned this before, a lot of you are coming with the drama, the headaches, you're running from something, and whatever that is, you're bringing it. And when you're moving, for many people, it's the most stressful time of their life, especially when you move into a foreign country. And I charge to deal with that stuff. I have to deal with your unruly children, which I have 5 children of my own, so I'm not anti-kids. But some of the families that I've dealt with, their children are unruly. Some of the adults that I've dealt with, they have attitude problems, anger management issues, can't control their anger. They have temper tantrums. They have hot, exquisite taste where nothing they look at is ever good enough. And I'm having to deal with all of that. So when I first started, my fees were low. And as I've dealt with each person, I've gradually increased my prices because it's a lot dealing with people. This is not easy. You're stressed because you're moving to a whole new place with a whole new country, a whole new culture, a whole new way of life, and it's stressful for you. And so a lot of times I become that punching bag because of that frustration or whatever y'all are dealing with, you're bringing it. So riding around with somebody for 3, 5, 7 days ain't easy. Oftentimes you're not gonna find the house that you want as quick as you think or as quick as you desire. It just don't work that way. So my high fees is not me taking advantage of a new person that comes to town or fresh fish that just show up. You're not being taken advantage of. Everything in my videos, I got a lot of free content on YouTube. I tell y'all exactly how to find your own house. I suggest maybe getting an Airbnb for a month, 2 or 3, and staying your butts in there and looking around in a different side of the town to find what you want. So again, if you don't want to do that and you want me to hold your hand and take you around town, I charge for that. This is not you being scammed or taken advantage of. I encourage everybody to do this on their own. If you're patient enough and take your time, you can find what you want. My services are not for everybody. They're for a select few people that know the value in the service and want to pay for the service. So don't insinuate that I'm scamming you or ripping you off or taking advantage of you. I'm not. I'm simply saying this is the fee that I'm charging that will motivate me to get up out of my house, leave my kids to come deal with you. And the issues that are sure to come over the next 3, 5, 7 days. It is what it is. And when I say issues, I don't mean that in a negative way. This is a drastic move for a lot of you. And it's a stressful time for a lot of you. You know, I had a lady, so there's a lady that's been looking for a house for 6 months on her own, working with agents. Hadn't found what she wanted. In fact, there are 3 folks that I personally know that have used local agents to help them find a place, and they haven't been able to find what they want. Now, a lot of it had to do with, again, these high, exquisite tastes and how everything has to be just absolutely perfect for them to get this particular spot. Now, not saying that I could find these 3 people a spot, because some folks tend to be a little high maintenance more so than others. So I might have challenges finding something for them. But it's not, and that's what I'm saying, this is the stuff we're dealing with. You might look at, if I got to drive you around and look at 30 houses and you don't like none of the 30, That work. You know what I mean? That work. So I continue to stress this. It's easy to do this on your own if you had the time and take and the patience. So as a result, as I do this more often, my prices tend to go up. And in fact, I've decided to increase my prices significantly again, because quite honestly, it ain't worth it. It's a lot of work. It's not easy. You can find a local agent who will go out there and they won't charge you nothing. I tell you that all the time. Get with an agent and let them help you. They'll earn a commission from the sale of the house. Now, their interests might not be in alignment with your interests, because the higher costs, the more the house costs, the bigger their commission. Many are not interested in getting you a true deal or a true great price, what locals would pay, because the commission ain't that great. So if we get you, so they may find you a house for $800 a month US. Commission focus. We can find you the same house probably for $400 or $500. Now, $300 a month difference. Don't sound like a lot, but over 12 months, that's $3,600. So again, and it's not just the cost that you're saving. It's making sure you land in the right place that is comfortable for you, that's convenient for you, that works for you and your family. A lot of locals don't know what you're accustomed to. Particularly, I'm talking to folks coming from the U.S. So, barking dogs, disturbing you at night, high traffic areas where cars and trucks are zooming by your street, shaking and rattling your windows. These are things you don't think about. One of the guys that I'm talking to now has a house that they found didn't have air conditioning in 2 of the rooms. He missed that. Internet don't work. Water don't work. They had no pressure in the shower. Can't take a shower and have no hot water. Now, we haven't came to an agreement yet, but of course to him my prices are too high, and I'm like, dude, one, you're overpaying for the place you're at. Your internet don't work. You don't have AC in the 2 of the bedrooms. You can't take a hot shower because you don't got no hot water, and the water pressure bad. Are you really tripping about prices being expensive when that's the nonsense that you're dealing with right now? Because I don't know, this is what you found on your own. The other person dealing with agents, not a nice area. Now, you can find agents that will take care of you, because I do use agents to help me find properties. That's what I do. So you can find them. They're out there. So again, I just want to stress, I'd encourage you to do this on your own. I got a lot of content on the YouTube channel where I'm walking up the street and I tell you what to do. If you want a little more in-depth information on buying a house or on finding rentals, I got a course at the website, Move Abroad Academy, moveabroadandthrive.com. At the top of the link, click the link that says Academy, moveabroadandthrive.com. Sign up for the course. And again, my prices ain't cheap. Let's just put it this way, because I'm raising, it's gonna be over $1,000 $1,000 US if for me to get up out my chair and go spend a few days with you looking for a house. That's what I charge. gonna be over 1,000. So if you're interested, email me, Cartess at CartessRoss.com. And the price just went up. It's a lot of work. The other issue that I'm having, people that I thought were, I don't know, I guess I thought they were friends, I guess, and maybe in their own way they consider me friend. These same people are complaining about what I charge and how my fees are, again, dealing with expats here. These are other foreigners not from here. How are people complaining to other people about my prices? And particularly, they're complaining to my clients. Why would you pay Cartess that much money? Cartess doesn't speak Spanish. Cartess is not from here. Cartess doesn't even, again, Cartess doesn't know the local language. I mean, I don't understand why folks feel the need to be all up in my business. Cartess isn't supposed to be working in Mexico, or there's some loopholes around that. Cartess ain't supposed to be doing it. Cartess doesn't have his residency. Cartess, blah, 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 blah. I mean, come on, really. Why are you all dealing with Americans? Listen, the people that are coming here that follow my channel mostly are Americans that want to deal with another American who's come down here and figured things out and is living down here and surviving. They want to deal with other people that are from where they are, to help them make the transition and survive. Locals can't help me in the sense that they can help me feel comfortable about living in certain neighborhoods, or help me in respect to making me comfortable. When I moved here, there were other Americans I was talking to kind of get the lay of the land, things to do, what not to do, feedback from other Americans who made it here successfully and have been planted here. Them are the folks I want to talk to. I'm not interested in speaking to any other, let's say, local Spanish-speaking person who doesn't understand the transitional issues that come with being an American moving from America to Mexico. Now, the longer I'm here, I start to feel things out, get more comfortable, learn more of the local values, get better with my Spanish, etc., etc. I don't need folk to try and understand why Americans want to deal with Americans. I don't need folks to try and understand why an American want to pay me all of this money to help them find a place. It's nobody's business. I will spend my money any way I feel like it, and I will pay whomever I feel like can help me. It's not a contest. I don't even understand what the problem is. You know what I'm saying? I try and stay out of folks' business. I try and leave folks alone. I try. But when y'all start putting stuff in people's ear and insinuating that somehow they're being ripped off or robbed or taken advantage of, that's when I start to get bothered by it, because it's not true. Americans, that's what we do. It doesn't have to make sense to you at all. You don't have to understand it. We want what we want, we like what we like, and we learn how we learn. Now, a year ago, my Spanish was horrible. And a year later, it's much better than it was a year ago. Still horrible, but better. I'm learning as I go. I'm getting more and more comfortable. I hadn't been able to spend as much time as I like on practicing my Spanish because, of course, when we first got here, life happened. Haley got sick, I got sick. There was a lot of time, haven't had a lot of time to exclusively practice Spanish. I get this question, you've been there a year, Cartess, how come you don't know Spanish? I haven't had time to practice. But I'm not gonna let that keep me from staying in Mexico. Everybody has an opinion, but doggone it, I'm here and I'm making it work. While many folks are just sitting around talking about it, thinking about it, planning it out for the next 20 years and never will get here. And the ones that are critiquing my lack of Spanish speaking skills ain't even here. They back in the United States, hoping and wishing that they can be here. So you gotta be mentally prepared for a lot of this nonsense. Unfortunately, a lot of the issues that I'm dealing with are from other expats. In my earlier videos, I often suggested leave them alone because it's nothing but drama with many of them. Not all of them, with many of them. I mentioned before, a lot of the folks are coming out here with their own problems, their own issues, their own stresses, running from something or somebody, and they bring that stuff here, and they bringing that energy with them. And this is, and I hate to say this, well, I'm not gonna say this, but it is what it is. So, don't y'all worry about what Cartess got going on with his customers. My mistake was bringing my customers or recommending my customers or saying who my customers are, and then y'all putting these doubts in their heads. You know what I'm saying? It's absurd. It's absurd. So folks had a meeting today, and I guess they had, I don't understand what the issue is, but they want to talk about my Facebook page being shut down. Why is y'all talking about my Facebook page being shut down in your own meeting? Why? Why? What's the point? I'm not even in your group. I'm not even at your meeting. Why are y'all talking about my Facebook page being shut down as if I'm some kind of bad guy or criminal? You know what I'm saying? All I'm trying to do is share information with people about living abroad. I think for most of you, it can be a great transition, a great quality of life if you can make the transition and stay away from the drama, the people, the expats. Leave them alone. I promise you. I said I'll keep it real, 100%. And that's what I'm doing right now in this video. The biggest thing for most of y'all, and I've been dealing with a lot of folks that have made this transition here. I've helped folks find a place. The biggest thing that I continue to see an issue is many people don't come down here with a plan. If you fail to plan, then plan to fail. Might as well make that part of your plan. Plan to fail if you don't have a plan. What are you gonna do when you get here? What is your goal? What is your purpose? Why are you coming here? Or any other place that you choose? Well, why are you going there? What's the deal? Why? Know the answer. Have a plan. Put a schedule together. What are your short-term goals, your mid-term goals, and your long-term goals? Know what that is. What are the activities and the hobbies that you did back at home? Will you do those things when you arrive? Money goes quick here. Some of the purchases and stuff that you is much more affordable. And because it's much more affordable, you tend to buy more. Plan everything. Don't come out here just leaving it all to chance. This is not a vacation. This is a complete lifestyle change. Completely. So plan, or you will have problems. You will. And like many folks who get here, they gone 3 months later. You don't want to be that person. This, what you see here, is not easy. Everybody make it look like it's simple. You have a lot of other YouTubers who show the fun aspect, the fun side, the good stuff. You see them bouncing around from city to city, living in different places, because they're still trying to figure out exactly where they want to be and where they want to live and where they want to stay. And it's not as simple as you think. You get here, you think you want to be here, then you're here, then you realize, nah, I'd rather be somewhere else, or something else might suit me better. This is work. Being rooted and sticking around for a year takes a lot of effort. A lot. And that's what I'm saying. It's not easy peasy. It takes work. If it were easy, most of the folks that come here would actually stay here. But they don't. They generally gone 3 and 6 months. Out. I see it all the time. Gone. Don't come down here thinking that this is a vacation and that you're going to be living it up and having a time of your life. Hey, y'all turn that back on. This is real work. No illusion about it. Don't trick yourself in thinking that this is a vacation. It's not. This is real life. And I'm just trying to re-emphasize that. All right. Also, let's see here. I made some notes, just want to make sure I cover everything. So one of my goals is to try and buy a house within another year, another 12 to 18 months. So what I've been doing is looking for some remote jobs just so that I can have a separate account where whatever I make remotely, probably only working like 10, 20 hours a week, I'm gonna put that money to the side. That money will drop into a separate bank account and just go there over the next 18 months so I can just start saving and saving and saving so I can try and buy a house outright cash, pay this thing outright and be done. So I've been looking at remote jobs. I've been on the different websites and stuff, and I landed 3 jobs. One paying $20 an hour, another one paying like $26 an hour, one paying like $15 an hour, which, believe it or not, 15 US dollars an hour goes a long way here. So I got accepted for all 3, and I'm gonna pick one. I'll decide which one I'm gonna go work after. Well, today is Saturday. I'll know tomorrow which one I'm gonna work. So I had some successes with that. I'm gonna put that stuff in my course as well. So again, if anybody wants to learn how to find these jobs because they quite simple. I did it, 3 of them in 1 week, I might add. So I'll put that in my course, just kind of going over that. So that's some newfound knowledge and information that I have managed to put together. Same old stuff, like people say, go, again, I'm sharing. I'm not trying to lock this stuff up and keep it from you, but hit up those job boards, sites like Indeed. There's several other sites as well. Apply for these jobs and just keep applying. That's really the secret. Now, there's some extra techniques that I do just to try and stand out and get more attention. So again, 3 jobs in 1 week that I managed to get, good paying jobs. So if you're interested, check that out. There's work out there, remote work that you can do back in the U.S. So you can earn U.S. dollars, because you won't be able to technically work here in Mexico and earn income. And the salaries are not that high for you to make enough to live the lifestyle that you're used to living back at home. So that's just something to be mindful of. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I should discuss. I think I covered it all. As always, if you find our content helpful, consider making a donation. CashApp number on the screen. Also look in the description. Zelle on the screen in the description as well. If you have questions, feel free to leave them. I'll answer them. And that's it. That's all I got to say for today.